Hey Virgo, welcome to your October 3 through 9 reading. We're going to see what's coming up for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to see what we need to know about the week ahead as we're coming into this energy. So we're going to see what we have coming up for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might see this video in a few weeks, a few months, even though it's labeled October 3rd through 9th. That's okay. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it. And whenever you're meant to receive the messages. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Not every single message will resonate. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Alrighty, my dears. First card coming up here for the Virgo collective is you. It's the King of Pentacles in your beautiful Earth sign energy. So, whatever your Virgo placement may be, you may be focusing on that area of your life, that aspect of your life right now. King of Pentacles can say that some of you may be dealing with a fellow Earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. The King of Pentacles oftentimes comes up to tell us that we have the Midas touch right now, that the works of our hands are blessed, and it's a good idea to get going on stuff. Maybe some of you took this Mercury retrograde period as a good opportunity to revise and to review plans, and maybe you're like, well, I don't know if I should get started on it now or not. And the King of Pentacles says, you've got the Midas touch right now. Now's a good time as any. Okay, like the works of your hands are blessed. And some of you have heard me say this. This card has a specific meaning for me in my readings. I've seen this card come up a lot when there's a big opportunity that comes in and we push it away because it's a really big deal and we really want it. But we convince ourselves that, well, I must have really impressed these people. I must have given them the impression that I'm way better than I actually am. And if they were to actually be around me long enough, they'd be like, oh, what did I do? I made a mistake. I thought Virgo was like way better. And so I'm going to lose the opportunity. They're not going to want to be around me. And so we're tempted to push it away. But for me, the King of Pentacles comes up to say, look, if you weren't ready for this, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it. Okay, and you're going to do a good job. You're going to do a fabulous job. I also feel like a lot of you are getting really serious about your assets right now. Like there's money coming in. You're manifesting specifically money coming in, and you're going to do something really good with it. Maybe in the past, there's been times where you had money come in, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really blew through that money. I really wasted it. And you're thinking back where there were several opportunities. Maybe you had severance payment packages you've received in the past, or some kind of legal settlements, and you're like, oh, I blew through that so fast. If only I could get another chance, I would do it differently this time. Guess what, Virgo? You're getting that chance. And so I feel like a lot of you, there's some money coming your way, and you're going to be able to do something, you're going to be able to invest it really wisely into something that's giving you financial security, like long into retirement, like basically covering retirement for some of you. The next card that's coming up here for the Virgo collective is the Lovers. Okay, this is a major arcana card. This could be Gemini energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini sun, moon, or rising that might be very significant in your life. Or Venus that might be very significant in your life, like a significant soulmate. If you have Gemini placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Okay, now the Lovers card can be about relationships and can be about romance. After all, it's called the Lovers. So some of you may be making some decisions in your love life. Some of you may be being approached by someone that's wanting a relationship with you, or you and a partner might be sitting down and looking at finances and how finances are going to be used and what your plans are for the future and what needs to be done, because the Lovers card is about choices but also sacrifices. What do I want and what do I need to get it, and am I willing to do that to get it? Okay, so maybe this isn't sacrifices in terms of the real, well, maybe a little bit, but you might be sitting down as a couple and looking at finances and And like, are there sacrifices that need to be made? And are those sacrifices worth making? Okay. I feel for some of you, there could have been previous in relationships, and maybe not in this relationship, but in previous relationships, a sense of like competitiveness or lack of support when it comes to career. And so this could be something that you're sitting down with this partner and working through it. Or if it's a new partner, you all might be coming into this relationship with like an agreement and an understanding that, like, this is my career, and I'm not, I might make certain compromises, but I'm not sacrificing it altogether. There may be some kind of discussion about your career and about money here in your love life. Like money and love life and future plans seem to be really kind of all connected here. So this wouldn't just be someone that you're, as the young kids say these days, someone that you're just smashing, right? Or sneaky link or something like that. Like, this would be like talking about the future long term, right? This would be some like commitment. So there could be something here around relationship aspect for some of you, which is interesting because love life has been sneaking into all the weekly forecasts, even though in the weekly forecast, you guys know I try to keep love out of it and I do love separately, but it's sneaking in here in this week's forecast. So love is in the air, my dears. Ooh, Virgo. Your next card here is the Page of Swords. Okay, so we definitely have an air element here. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the element of air with the Lovers card, because Lovers is associated with Gemini. So there's you might be in your thoughts a lot. Okay, Page of Swords can sometimes come up to say that this is a time that we need to kind of do our reconnaissance work. So some of you may be doing some planning. You may be going and looking at locations or places. Like if it's something in terms of business, you may be meeting with people or doing your research or going to places to see, would I work with this person? Would I buy from this person? How does this vendor do things? If you're looking to move, you might be going and looking at places. So you may be doing some footwork here with this Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords can sometimes come up when we're being encouraged to speak our truth in a situation or to speak up. Some of you may be coming into some kind of making agreements. So maybe it's business agreements, household agreements, relationship agreements, and you're being told to speak up. The Page of Swords, though, and I'm kind of saving this one for the last one. Page of Swords, and I've said this in previous readings, Page of Swords, I've seen it come up several times in my readings when there's someone taking on fake identities online, like fake profiles, to try to connect with you and reach with you and communicate with you. And so oftentimes it could be somebody you already know, and for whatever reason, instead of, having the cojones to talk to you face to face, or talk to you over the phone even, or talk to you through their own profile, for whatever reason they feel the need to take on this, alter ego or this fake profile to communicate with you or to get information out of you. Sometimes it could be someone who just is like lacking the courage, or for some reason, I don't know. I don't know how people think, but they may just be doing because they feel like they can talk to you easier that way and get to know you easier that way. That's a whole nother thing. But sometimes it could be an ex, it can be a frenemy, someone who's trying to get information out of you. So if you're talking to people online that you don't know this person in person, I don't care if you have a ton of mutual friends. If you don't know this person, you haven't seen this person, you haven't met this person, be very careful and be very cautious what you're sharing and what information you're giving out, because there could be people that are not who they say that they are. Okay? And a lot of the times it could be like a frenemy situation, or somebody with ulterior motives or whatever it might be. So just be careful what you're putting out there. Be careful what you're putting out there in your DMs and emails. Be careful what you're putting out there in your social media presence, because there could be somebody gathering information. And Spirit's reminding me of this. It could be that they feel like they're getting information to use against you or to use to their advantage, because when Facebook was fairly new, yes, I'm that old. I'm older than Facebook for you younger people. But when Facebook was fairly new, I had a coworker that was always in competition with me, and she was one of my Facebook friends. And I can have a pretty out there sense of humor. I've toned down a lot as I've got a lot as I've gotten older. I've toned down a lot as I've gotten older. But she had this whole collection she had compiled, uh like screenshot after screenshot of different posts I had made, like memes I had shared, song lyrics that I had shared, jokes that I had, posted. She had like this little presentation of like why I'm a terrible person, and she took all her little printouts into the company owner's office and was like, you need to know, you need to know this stuff about her. Because I was in really good with the owner, and I was like really in a positive light in that job. And he just kind of shrugged it off. He's like, it doesn't affect the business. He's like, I think some of it's really funny. And so like nothing came of it, but she was so sure that she was gonna go in there and she was gonna make a problem for me. So some of you, it can be a coworker situation. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's somebody that sees that you're getting attention and they're like, ooh, I'm gonna get dirt on Virgo, and then like, in the future, like cancel culture. Virgo said this, Virgo said that. Look at what I have. I have this communication from Virgo. So if you don't know who you're talking to, just be very cautious that somebody's not twisting things, or taking them out of context, or trying to gather things that they can use out of context. um and just be cautious of who you're communicating with, because I see it happen a lot with the Page of Swords. The next card that's coming up here for the Virgo collective is the Fool, and this is a major arcana card. And so there could be something here in terms of taking a leap of faith. Maybe there's a relationship being offered to you. Maybe you're working out the details, and you may be taking a leap of faith with a person here. There could be a leap of faith in terms of romance. There could be a leap of faith in terms of you making a decision that, I don't know, like, I just feel like makeover of life. You might be giving your life a completely new makeover. So there could be new career opportunities you're undertaking, new relationship that's coming in. As I said, gathering information and like doing the planning, and then you're taking this leap, you're taking this jump, right? The Fool card is like you're being guided to do this, you're being led in this direction, you're feeling pulled to this opportunity or situation for a reason, and you're meant to take the jump, but at the same time, look before you jump. Prepare yourself, plan yourself. Don't go jumping head first. Okay, some of you may be heading in a direction that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, and they might be like, you have lost your mind. Like, what are you doing? What in the world are you doing? And you're like, I can't explain it, but I feel really guided to do this. And as you're taking those steps, your angels and guides are guiding you towards opportunities that are fulfilling, soul family, soul friends, significant soulmates, relationships. Like, you're aligning with all of these things. It's so funny because we have like the little zodiac symbols here, but from far away, if you're like me and you wear glasses or contacts and the little symbols are not very clear from far away, it looks like he's reaching out to a bunch of bubbles. Like, there's a bunch of bubbles around him, and he's reaching out to the bubbles. And so I feel there's a sense of like following your bliss. I feel, Virgo, like you're grounded, you have a plan, but you're following your bliss. And this is bringing you um, stability, success, happiness, and dare I say it, fulfillment in love life even here for some of you. We touched on it. You may want to check out the love readings for October if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description. If you want to check out the other weekly forecasts and see if your other placements might resonate more, there's a link in the description that will take you to the weekly forecast playlist. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, again, link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I am having a sale temporarily on the 60-minute and 30-minute video readings. Usually the 60-minute video readings are $150. I'm doing them for $111. The 30-minute video readings are $65. I'm doing them for $44. And then there's other less costly reading options. So you might find something on there that you like better or you want to try out. So if you want to schedule a private reading, please feel free to do so. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Please do come back and check out the card of the day. But if not, if that's not your cup of tea, no worries. Have a fabulous week. And please come back and check out next week's forecast. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week. Take care, Virgo.